Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mechbay video. Today we're doing some figure upgrade for this one. Specifically the tentacles for this figure. As you can see, this is what it came with. This tentacles right here for Dr. Octopus. And you know, if you guys have this figure, you guys pretty much know that this tentacles right here is unarticulated. You can't even bend it. It's just a plastic that's been shaped like this. And so, you know, display wise for this figure, you know, when you attach this, it's pretty limited. And so a lot of people have been doing this upgrade, and I just wanted to share with you guys, or to my subscribers, you know, how I do it, since I'm doing it anyway. So I decided to create this video. So for this project, we're gonna be doing some cutting and drilling holes, enlarging the holes. So in terms of materials, you know, I have a Dremel that I use right here, and then I have my long nose cutter, and this will also involve a little bit of minor painting, because once you attach this to the articulated tentacles we're going to be using, I want this to be a little bit more in the same, not necessarily the same color, but you know, more metallic look, because this one right now looks kind of plasticky. Okay, so let's go to our upgrade material. So this is what we're gonna be using for this to replace the stock tentacles that came with Dr. Octopus. And this one is basically a laptop booklight. So you can see that there's the USB plug that you plug into your laptop, and then this other end right here has a button right here that you click, and then this one turns on. You can see the two LED lights on the nose of the pig. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut both ends of these, because all we need in here is this part in the middle, which is the wire, or the gooseneck wire is what they call them. So you know, I did that beforehand, and you can kind of see I already have one right here in front of you that's already been cut. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna be doing is attach this claw to this, kind of like that. But if you see this one, the hole of this one is a little wider than the diameter of this gooseneck wire. So to be able to have a snug fit in there, I decided to use a sheet foam. So I have a piece of sheet foam in here that I cut already to the size that I want. So here's the sheet, and that's the name right there, Retouching. So to connect this this to here, what I normally do is I just wrap it around like this in here first. Oops. You know, just try to like wrap it around as snug as you can, kind of like, you know, kind of like this. You can see. And then actually what I use is I actually just use hot glue. So I fill the hole with hot glue, and then I just, you know, kind of like snug it in there like that, and you know, and that's what it looks like attached. And then what I do is I go back and I just clean this out. You know, I cut that part so that you're not gonna see that thing protruding outside like that. Okay, and just for the sake of time, I have something that's already been done, so I'm just gonna go switch this out with the one that I've done already, so you could kind of see what it looks like. So here you go. So if you could see right now, let me bend that. See how it's flushed to the claw, so you don't really see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back there to finish this out by painting this, so that that little kind of like green color that you see there will be all gonna be silver, so that you won't see that it's a sheet foam that's been added in there. All right, and then the next steps, once you have this, is now how to attach this one to the back. Now the stock holes for Dr. Octopus doesn't really fit quite perfectly, you know, so you're gonna have to do some sort of a drilling. I already did the 3 holes for here, here, and here, and this one is the one I haven't done yet. But I left it like that so that I'll be able to show you guys the difference. So this, you can see this one's already been enlarged, right? So you could see that this one just slide in there, as opposed to this one, you can't. All right. Yeah, so that's all you have to do. Just enlarge that, and that should be good. And then, so before we start plugging in our tentacles right here, I just want to go ahead and finish this out by drilling this. So I just want to kind of show that to you guys how it's done, just in case you guys are wondering. So basically, I just stop there. Let's just do a quick test. See. There you go. It's perfect. All right. So what I'm gonna do right now is just go back here and using my X-Acto, just clean out the burrs, those plastic burrs around, like that, and then just make sure it's clean out. And I think that should be good enough. Let's go back here again, see. So all our holes are pretty good. All right. So we are back here, and as you can see, my table has been prepped with plastic and some of my paint plates in here. So basically what we're gonna be doing is going to the next step is to do some minor painting on our claw that we made earlier. So my idea here is to repaint this claw to be more metallic, because right now it looks, like I said, it looks kind of plasticky still. So we have to prep this. So I'm gonna be priming this with black before painting, or before dry brushing the silver paint. And I'm also gonna do it in here because right now, as you can see, this one, the finish of this gooseneck wire is kind of like chrome, and I just feel like it's too chrome for me, because I want this to blend in more with the claw in terms of like the look and the color. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be repainting the whole thing. So for this one, we're gonna be using a couple of paints. So what I have in here is a Vallejo black paint, and this one is pretty good for you know, models and stuff. So, and then this one is the same thing. It's the same brand, Vallejo, but this one is the silver paint. All right. So, and this one in here also, I prepped this by spraying this with the clear matte coat also, so that when we paint this with our base, the paint will adhere much better. So I started painting this before we attach this to the back of the figure. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just putting a prime paint to this, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and do a dry brush of silver paint on this one. Okay, so yeah, this is the last one to prime, and then the next one that I'll be showing you is doing the dry brushing. Okay, So I started doing some dry brushing with the silver paint. So let's continue doing this so you guys could see how I do this. I actually did the other 3 of these already, and I really like the way it turns out. Really much better than the stock color of this claw. Yeah, so basically after this, all we have to do is attach this to the back of Dr. Octopus figure, and I think it will look amazing. Okay. Oh yeah, and then to finish this thing off, you know the center circular, it's kind of like a lens supposedly. Originally that one is blue. I decided to redo that, and I want to make it red, so to make it a little bit more menacing. There you go. Looks cool. So what I'm gonna do there is I'm just gonna let this thing dry, and then I'm actually gonna come back, and then I'm gonna apply like a glossy varnish right on that red part, just to bring it more shine to it, so it looks like a lens or a light, LED light, and that should really make this claw and tentacles really nice. So here's the completed painted claw and tentacles for Doc Ock, and as you can see, I added those red kind of like lens, you know, I painted it red instead of the blue, and I actually, you know, let this thing, you know, after I painted this, I actually let this thing sit overnight. So but yeah, we are ready to install this at the back of Doc Ock right here and do this. So I have my trusted heat gun right here. So like I said last time, I just want to fill this thing up with hot glue and just plug that in there, and we may still need to do some minor painting, because you know some of the excess glue might come over, and I have to trim it, and then I have to repaint those just to blend it in. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill it up just like that. There you go. Just plug this thing in there. There you go, you can kind of hear it. Oh. Just gonna hold it there tight. Just gonna let it cool down. Right there. I think actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in here, and I'm probably gonna apply some of these the Tamiya cement glue on top of this, just to seal that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the other one. And then let's do the last. yeah, so basically that's about it right here. Okay, so all of them are attached right now. I'm just gonna let it cool a little bit more, and then I'm gonna clean it up, and then um, do some minor painting in here. And the next time I show you guys this one, it should be done. All right. So here's our completed Tentacles and Claw upgrade for the Marvel Legends Dr. Octopus figure. And as you can see, he looks totally amazing compared to the stock Tentacles that he came with. And before we look at him more in depth, I just want to add this Pizza Spider-Man figure just to compare him real quick. And so yeah, it looks really cool. All right, so just to go over real quick, I actually did some retouching for the entire figure itself. As you can see, if you notice, some of the highlights that I did in there brought out the detail of the clothing, like the creases and stuff. You kind of see, you know, right there, you know, the lining in the middle and some of those lines on the side of his shoulder, things like that, just to pop him up a little bit better. And also the green color of the stock one is kind of like, look kind of plasticky to me, so it's the reason why I kind of repainted that, have this a little bit more dark green color rather than the lighter, you know, color. So, and you could kind of look again at the claw right there. And I'm really glad that I also repainted the gooseneck itself rather than leaving it silver or chrome. I think that way it really blends in way better. You know, it kind of gave it more of like a weathered look too. So I don't know if you're gonna do that on your own project if you do try this out, but that's one thing that you can try. All right, and let's just take a quick look at the back just to see what it looks like. So as you can see, that's how the attachment worked out. I did some repainting, as I said, on the back. You know, when you did the holes and you did the attachment via hot glue, you clean it out, and after that, then, you know, I just repainted it just to cover it, and looks cool. Alright, well, that's another project done for us right here. I hope that you find my video very useful and will help you in making your own upgrades for this figure. And if you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe and put a thumbs up, as well as leave a comment if you have any more questions. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.